Diversity in mid-cap private equity. Is it coming, and is it going the right way? Coming up. I wanted to share some thoughts about diversity in my capacity as a mid-cap fund manager. So for example, I have an investment team which is majority female. That wasn't by design, but it was just through merit, selection based upon merit, and that's how it ended up. And I think that's obviously a very good thing, because it is better to have a balanced team. What I've noticed is that there's been a couple of publications issued, one by the US ILPA and one by the British Venture Capital Association. And what these publications are saying is that there should be mandatory courses regarding unconscious bias. So everybody who works in private equity should attend one of these courses given by some expert, presumably. Now, I did some research and I'm very disturbed by this, because firstly, if you look at the science behind it, testing for unconscious bias is not reliable. So for example, if you take an IQ test on a Monday and then take it again on a Friday, the two will be very close to each other. So they'll be correlated. Whereas with unconscious bias testing, which uses a form of word association, the tests are very unreliable. So you could take a test on a Monday and have a completely different result if you retook the test 5 days later. So the science is very suspect. So that's one issue. And the second issue is that there's no real proven causal link between whatever unconscious bias a person supposedly has and the actions they take. And so what point is there in giving a person unconscious bias training? And so the third problem is that, I as a human really don't like the idea of somebody coming into my head and playing with my unconscious. I think it's an attack on my own individual freedom. And moreover, I don't really know what is the real agenda of the person giving this kind of course. Or do they have an ideological bent? So personally, I'm totally opposed to any of this unconscious bias testing or courses, because it's an attack on a person's liberty. And if one thing a mid-cap fund manager is, he believes in individualism and in freedom.